So before we discuss actually solving a system with matrices, we need to talk about what we're allowed to do with matrices. So there are three things that you're allowed to do with a matrix. You're allowed to switch any two rows that you like. You are allowed to multiply or divide any row by any non-zero number. So if you want to multiply the entire row by 3, cool. If you want to divide by 7, amazing, okay? Now, you're also allowed to multiply any row or rows by any non-zero number and add it to another row and then replace it. Think kind of the same way that we did our elimination type of concepts with this. So what we're fixing to do is we're fixing to see several operations that are done, and they are going to work on the same basic matrix when we do this, and we're going to look at a couple of different notations that are used for this, as well as how this is done. So the matrix that we're going to be working on is this one. So I'm going to go ahead and get this transferred for us. So I've got 4, 12, -20, and then 8. I've got 1, 6, -3, 7, -3, -2, 1, and -9. Okay, and so the first operation that we're going to do is row 1 swapped with row 2, and that's what that little double arrow means, is that you're swapping those two rows. Okay, so here I've got our lovely matrix, and I've given our indication here. So what this is going to yield out is I'm going to have 1, 6, -3, 7, 4, 12, -28, and then this bottom one, which was -3, -2, 1, -9, that one stays the same. So this is row 1 switched with row 2. Okay, now the next operation, okay, and again, normally we would keep this process moving on another one, but we're using kind of the same basic matrix. So this would be 1/4 row 1. You could also put row 1 divided by 4. Okay, it accomplishes the same goal. So this would be 4 divided by 4, which is 1, 12 divided by 4, which is 3, -20 divided by 4, which is going to be -5, and then 8 divided by 4, which is 2. And then I would have 1, 6, -3, 7, -3, -2, 1, -9 for the rest of that. Okay, so that would be what that would look like. Now, the last, okay, so we've seen one where we swapped two rows, we've seen one where we have multiplied a row by any particular value, is this last one is going to be 3 times a row plus another row. Now I add the notations that I know where that's headed. So this is going to be 3 of row 2 plus row 3, and it's going to replace row 3. Now, I don't trust myself to do all the math at the same time, so I'm going to do myself a little cheat card right here. So I'm going to do 3 times row 2, so that's 3 times 1 is 3. 3 times 6 is 18. 3 times -3 is -9. And 3 times 7 is 21. And then I'm going to put my row 3 right underneath it. And I'm going to add. So that's going to give me 0, 16, -8, and 12. Okay. And so then that's going to be 4, 12, -28, 1, 6, -3, 7, and then this one 0, 16, -8, and 12. Okay, so there is what we would have for that one. So those are the 3 things that we are allowed to do within the matrix